Hello family, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys doing well and doing good. You all know I'm in Liberia. Right now I'm in Monrovia. It has been a few weeks since I came back home. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying myself and everything is okay here. And you all know we are in the rainy season time and I'm just enjoying it. I think one of the best times to come to Liberia is the rainy season. Sometimes the sun comes out, but it's not like compared to the summertime where everywhere is humid. But anyway, this is not what we are here for. On this channel, you know we talk most things Liberia. So if this is your vibe, please stick around, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with your friends and your loved ones. It is about Liberia's development, Liberia's lifestyle, food, and everything. Today, I am sitting down with my brother, and he wants to share a few things because life is spiritual. If you are struggling, if you are passing through things, there is a reason. So today's video, we're not going to be showing you Monrovia, we're not going to be showing you anything else, but we're going to be talking, we're sitting down. As you can see, we're going to be sitting down with my brother, and he's going to introduce himself, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself, and then he's going to tell you a few things. Forget about the noise, the background noise. We are doing it real, natural, no filter. So anything you see, take it, because life is beautiful. We want to turn the floor over to him now. Good morning, Brother Amos.
Good morning.
How are you?
Not bad.
Nice to be on Modern Liberia TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grateful, it's my pleasure. I'm grateful
Okay.
to be here, and I've heard about Modern Liberia TV, and sometimes I follow, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's a pleasure being here.
So you are welcome. As I said, this is a platform that we talk all things,
Yeah.
most things, Liberia. You're going to tell our audience your name and just introduce yourself, who you are. So if you don't mind, you can say your full name and who you are.
Okay. So my name is Amos S. Divine. I'm a pastor by the grace of God, and was born in Riverside, Liberia. Too many things, but I'm grateful that I'm on your platform. Yeah, so I've been married since 2015, and to my family, I'm grateful to be here like that. So, yes.
So he's a pastor, he's married, and he's fully in the Word of God. He likes to encourage people, to counsel people, and just tell them about, the spiritual life. God's life is all spiritual. What you see with your naked eyes is now what it is. There's, lots of things happening behind the scene. So if you want to look at it differently, then you got to believe that there is life after death, and that this life we live in is all spiritual. So he's going to share a few experiences with you guys. This is going to be like a series. We're going to show more light, but because this video is the first video and we invited him on Modern Liberia TV, we don't want to make it too long. We're going to make it short, and for him to just share, and then he will come right back here again. If you have any question, if you have any comment, please share it. All right, Brother Amos. I always call him Brother Amos, even though he's a pastor, but I love to call him Brother Amos. It just makes it simple and make it relating, Because sometimes when somebody says pastor, it's like, oh, I'm scared. So we want to make it simple.
Yeah.
So I will call him Brother Amos.
I prefer that as well.
But what is your experience in ministry?
If I will discuss anything, like I said, I'm grateful to be here, and this is my first day, the very first time to be on Modern Liberia TV, and I'm happy. But one thing that always I want to share with people is that my experience, what brought me to Christ, what got me granted, what got me planted into church or into ministries. And many times people see themselves and giving up and what have you. But I think, God has been faithful, and God is faithful to deliver anybody out of any problem, right? So I always want to encourage people with my own testimony how God will know Christ, and just encourage them. Continue to encourage people that, because see, church is about the kingdom of God. Church is about making people to go to heaven. That's how I understand church. Many times people understand church maybe the other way around, but it's about making people to go to heaven. So anytime I see people then giving up on themselves, I still want to be hopeful to them, telling them that God is faithful, and if you serve Him faithfully, you will, encounter Him in a very different dimensions. Yeah. So I just want to share my experience about how I came to know Christ.
He said something just now that really touched me. God is faithful, and really God is faithful. If you have experienced God for yourself, or you have experienced something in your life, you will know that God is faithful.
So it was just right after when the war subsided in Liberia a little bit, and I was way there in Riverside, brought back to Monrovia by my father because I was born here, but because of the war during 1990 we have to go back home, and I came back with my dad, and my mother's left there doing her things. And when we came, age have grabbed me wanting to go to school, but it was not easy. What I remembered is that my dad took me on a campus, and I still remember that school name. Yeah, it's the African Gospel League School. Yeah, so he took me to that campus, and then he registered me. But what surprised me was he registered me, and he just left and went back up interior. And mind you, we were in a family compound. Yeah, in our family compound, left me with my uncles and their wives, and he just went back. Everybody will want to care for themselves and their own children. I just want to share this because we all here have different way how we encounter Christ and what have you.
Yeah.
So I was there, and I was thrown out of school. And the following year, I decided to make it at the government school right in the community with some friends who was almost like me, but their own parents were around as well. But they couldn't have a food, to go to private schools and things. So we were there in Gate Town on the old road, and we went one morning at that time to register at the government school. I think about 200 or 300, and then you would pay $2 Liberian dollars for your fees. So one morning we woke up, and then we tried hard. I think if I'm not forgotten, we did a contract, washing and what have you, and then we went on the campus and we registered, and things started to go on. We went to school that year. The following year we went to school, and later when that year ended, my friends decided to change their school. But that means they are getting an information that, there's another school, but it's a private school, but it's tuition free.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope you're following the story. So his father took him from up interior and brought him to town, and left him with his uncles and went back to the interior. The challenge there was how for him to go to school, because the uncles that he was living with at the time, everybody had their own responsibilities.
Yeah.
So they're not going to leave their own children to start, supporting another person, even though they are brothers, but they will focus more on their own family. So the challenge there was how for him to go to school. But as God could have it, he started going to this government school with his friends. And some of his friends left the school and went to another school, which was tuition free, and he wanted to go to that school.
So when I got to my friends. They took me on the campus that morning. We were registering with 1,700 Liberian dollars, and we got that money through our little also. And then we went on the campus and I registered. We started to go to school. Go to school. And then right there, I started attending the Baptist church on the old road, down Gator. It's called the Gracie Memorial Baptist Church. So I started to attend that church. And what amazed me was a pastor in the church. He was the senior pastor anyway. Because you know the Baptist churches, they have a lot of pastors. Yes. So the pastors, one time he decided that we should go for a 1 week fast and prayer. This is where I experienced God the very first time. And I decided as a young man, because I was just focusing on going to school. I want to go to school. I have been left behind. Yeah, so it was not easy. So my whole focus was, let me go and pray that God will make a way. Yes. So we went through the 1 week, and the last day of the 1 week, the pastor said, is there anyone here who have a burning concern that as we are going through the fast and about to close the fast, but we can just pray for you, you know? So everyone woke up and they said what they could say, and I just woke up as well, and they just told him that, sir, I just want to go to school. That's all I want to do. I want to go to school. And he asked me, where are your parents? I told him that my parents, they are back home in Riverside. And he was like, wow, okay. And then we just closed the fast. He never told me anything. He never told me anything. So the next morning was on Tuesday morning. Okay. The next week was Monday because the fast closed on a Friday. So the next week was Monday. Monday morning I got on campus. As soon as I got on the campus, we went after the devotion. We went to class. I just saw this bus, and they were coming at the school, and the bus went and parked. When the bus parked, my attention was not there, but I saw the bus entering the campus. Yeah, I never knew who was in the bus, and the bus entered the campus. Rather, when they called me to the office, the registrar sent for me, and one of the guys there working with the school came and forth, and then I went in the registrar office. I was surprised. I met the very pastor in the office. I never knew what was actually going on. So he came and then he said, Amos, I said yes. He said, you say you want to go to school? I said yes. And at that time I was in the 7th grade. I just got into the junior high. Yeah, it was my first year, my first period in the junior high. And he just told me, he said, from today on, you will not pay school fees again until you graduate from high school.
Wow. Yeah. Can you imagine? This is a young man that wants to go to school. He's going to school, but he don't know how the next school fees will be paid. And through this fasting in the church, the Baptist church, at the end of the fast, the pastor asked, lay out your desire, what you want for God to do. And he said, I want to go to school. And that was it. God made a way. The same pastor opened that door through the grace of God. I hope you follow the story. If you believe that God exists, then you will know that there is nothing that God cannot do.
Yeah.
It may sound simple, but it's not simple.
Sure.
We're talking about life here. Something that will elevate your life.
Yeah.
If he had not had that opportunity, if God had not stepped in for him to go to school, that means he was going to be a drop-off.
Yeah.
He was not going to learn the things that he knows today.
Oh, sure.
And who knows, his life was not going to turn out the way it is today. So I hope you're following the story. If you have any question, please leave your question in the comment section down below. Follow us by commenting on this video, because there is nothing that God cannot do. Okay, we continue the story.
So then I just stood still in the office, because this is a school that I have gone to for 2-3 years now. But this year is this kind of different. And one time I remember in that school, the registrar called me, because the registrar was the daughter of the proprietor. And then she called me, she said, why always you delay in paying your registration? Yeah, you will pay small, because 1,500 is not anything. Why you always struggle? And people, to pay, and people will come and put you out of,
Yes,
So I was, so I begin to imagine. And one time I told her, I said, my parents are not alive. Seriously, I told her, I said, my parents are not living. And that was how, anytime she want to put me out, she will just think about, think about it and what have you. But my parents was alive, because I did it.
Very interesting.
So, but my parents was alive. Seriously, my parents was alive. And I just told her. So when that scholarship was given to me, and I went home, I shared with my friends, and I was like, so God, is this? Because I've just joined the Baptist church maybe 2 years, 3 years now. And I just, from today on, that means this is how I will go to school throughout
free,
until free. You just
of charge, nothing to worry about. Just take your bag and go.
This pastor was so concerned, so concerned. Invite me at his home, and I decided now to be popping in and coming out. So we just become a family, and he will always want to care about me. Mama, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. And that's how I went to school. But I accepted Christ in 2004. Yes, and I got baptized in the Baptist church. And life has been good. But then on the other side, we have to have decided now. I've started to have family.
Let me hold your thoughts on that. So, I hope you're following this story here, because it's very, very interesting. For me, I like to learn, I like to understand, and I like to take in experiences, because that's the only way I'm going to, move on with my life. This testimony, I'm calling it a testimony and a miracle. This testimony and a miracle happened because he put God first. He may not know what he was doing at that time, because he was just coming into the faith, if I may say. But God stepped in the situation.
Yes, I was a boy.
He voiced all what he wanted God to do for him. I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to go to school. And God made a way for him. God is not going to come from heaven to come and perform here on earth. But he passes through people to step in or to intervene. And that's what God did. After that fasting, the pastor stepped in and he went to school and finished a high school. That's something that he will not forget in his life. So if you are passing through something and you think God is not listening, or God don't want to help you, think again. God always wants to help. He always wants to help. It's only left with you how you will ask God to help you. So sometimes you say, oh, God knows, or God will fix it. God wants you to speak out. So if you are not spoken to the congregation or the people there that want to go to school, and you just keep it in your heart and say, you're talking in your heart, how will people hear you to come to interview? So this is just something that we need to acknowledge, that God exists and there is nothing that God cannot do. We want to follow the story. We're not going to stop here, because there are more to come. There are other things that happen in his life that he wants to share with you. As I said, he's a pastor now. If you want counseling, if you want prayers, you want your life to change for the good, not just anyhow change, but change for the good. If you're going to do something and you want the men of God to pray for you, call. The number will be on the screen. His Facebook information will be down in the description. You follow him, or you call him, or you text him, his WhatsApp number, everything will be on the screen. So you can get in contact with the man of God. Only God can change any situation. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button to be subscribed, like, comment, and share this video. Also, click the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video. So after that time now you graduated the school. So what was the next thing that happened?
Yes,
after you left school?
Yes, this is the thing I want to say first before I can get to the next part. It was in that church I was called to become a pastor, but I was still a boy. Yes, and sometimes after the preaching and things there, I want to go around. Can you imagine? I have not learned, I don't even know how to read well. I know not well, but to understand the Bible yet. But I just had that passion as you. Yes, that I should go around and tell Christ to somebody. So that's how, little by little. I remember one time I was challenged. I went to a man who knew the Bible more than me. He left that thing, and my desire for God began to grow. My desire for God began to grow. And after high school, what next to do? No money to go to school, sitting home all day. And that was how, another challenge just broke up, sitting home, lying down. Young man, were too boring, yeah. So I began to ask the neighbor, more especially the guys that were in the apartment with us. I told them I wanted to go join the army. I decided that I would go in the army because I was doing in the church, but nothing was doing, nowhere to go back to school. Yeah, so I sat for long and just prayed. And then one of my friends walked to me. He said, "Hey, Mas, why are you considering the army?" And I said, "But nothing. In fact, I had my first son. So I need, to look for money now and start to look at a family." So that was how he said, "But we have a shop, a welding shop." So I said, okay. So even but now by profession, I'm a welder. So I went behind him to his brother's shop, and then we started there. But it was a walking distance. Like many people from Liberia, they will know from the SKD to the Oro. Yes, because in Liberia when you're learning,
the Oro.
Yeah,
But it's a long distance,
very long distance
to walk.
To
So
walk.
you used to walk from
Yeah,
there.
I will walk from there. I will take the shortcut from Concord Town. When you come in, there's a way there. Back road, you get to Peace Island. Then you will jump into the corner there again. The back road, the Concord Town back road itself. Then you will use that route. You use the beach, and then you come. So most of the time, I will walk, and I started to get closer to the guys that were working in the shop first. So as we were learning, they would do some work, and we just decided now that, since the guy is picking up, we pay him quick. And that's how we started, and we went through it. And then we were in a family house, like I said, but every day talking. And now I have made up my mind that I'm for Jesus. So like people hearing me shouting or talking to people, when people provoke me and what have you. So I just decided that no, I will go on my own. Because this is, first of all, this is not my father's house. This is just something that the parents bought and what have you. So I think I have to go out there and try for myself since we are fighting and what have you. So we went out, rented, paying the rent, learning at the same time. It was not easy. Seriously, it was not easy, but God has been faithful. And through that, my wife family decided that I got married in 2015, like I said. And the family decided that, but we have a property on the Robertsfield Highway. So what we're going to do, since you are paying school fees now and renting, we're going to bring you over. But mind you, the property was bought from a rebel general. Family property from the rebel general, one of the rebels. So he was like a friend. So he had to bring another former general there, to the house. to take care. So the house was not fully in charge of the family. It was one of her uncle was in the house.
Okay.
Sorry, may his soul rest in peace. We were there. But then the same thing I was afraid of began to happen. The small talking. So I said, no, I have to go and rent again. So we decided again that we go and rent. And we were renting. But where we were renting, the place was very small. Just one room. My kids, I've had 2 kids already. And place very small. So my wife said, well, this we cannot continue with, right? Let's try to find a bigger place. But there was no money. Seriously, there was no money. And we decided in the community, it's a popular garden. We went to him, brother, can we get a help, somewhere to be? Because, at that time, the Robertsfield Highway, people had those building and things, their own completed building, because there was no current, and people never really had the time to come. And so you will go there and negotiate with the people, and they can give you the building, and you'll be there, be taking care of the place. So I just went to him. He was a youth chairman at that time for his community, and I went to him and I told him, brother, this is my challenge. And then he said, okay, go down the street there. There's a building there. Go and look at it and come back to me. So I went there and I saw the place. No choice. So I said, yes, we can go there. Yeah. And then he said, yeah, but go on. But they have window by, iron gate, everything on it already. So I was like, okay, it's okay. So I went out, fixed 2 rooms there. My kids were in one and I was in the other one. But then something happened. This guy brought his girlfriend in the other room. By that time, I started going to church fully now. Yeah, I came and got involved with another church because I have left the old road. Going back on the old road to the Baptist church. So I said, no, I can't be carrying people, my family way there and coming back. So I will find a church here and be worshiping. So I was with the Faith Life, and I'm worshiping with them. And every night, by the grace of God, God will give all his friends, we will wake up and pray. And he would be in the room with the girlfriend. And one time, he brought an issue. He said, I heard your wife gossip in me to another a group of women. I heard my name and somebody told me. So, no problem. After 3 days, 4 days, he called me again. He said, brother, you have to move with your family. You have to move out.
Wow.
He was not living. He just need to come and back in. I never knew where he was living.
So I hope you're following the story. He has moved from the old road, and now he moved with his family on the Robertsfield Highway. This is just the beginning. There is more to this story.
Oh yeah. We went back to our knees again. Begin to increase the volumes of prayer. God, this is what happened. Why is this befalling us? But one thing I learned from that place is that if God is doing something, you don't think about God him only. Don't think about him like he's a man. So it's like feeding people. God, I hear resting. This guy is saying after I put the children in school in this community, he is saying as you move, where am I carrying the children? I don't know the distance the children are going. How am I going to be transporting them? Because around there, I never had anything. He was an influential man in the community. So probably he had told other people that, no, you don't have to help him. So that was just all of these things I was thinking now. So I began to pray. One Sunday in the evening after service, we went home. We sat, about 10 o'clock he came out of the house. He said, you have to put your things out. Because I told you long since that you should pack. 10 o'clock in the night. I should put my things out. So I was saying, God, what is this? And he had gotten information because people were building on the highway. And you will want to help people when guys come to build, they will want to rest there and be building. So I decided some guys came and they begged me because he was not living there like I said. So they asked me, oh man, can we stop here, and just be doing the work here instead of paying our way going back home or to town and coming. I said, yes, no problem. I can take the room in the garage and just rest there and be doing your thing. So then later on, somebody told him also that I have taken rent from the people. It was like, never took anything from the people. So I called one of the guys out. He said, brother, the guy told us to wait for you. But then that we were so jammed and we never wanted to go back. it was like they had slept the first time. The second time it was that second day when he came. Yeah. So he came and the guy talked to him. He said, okay, I forget about your business, but I want for this brother to move because his wife been gossiping me to other people, and I decided that he moved. I told him a long time, but he doesn't want to move. So I was like, brother, I beg you, I'm a man like you, I'm a family man, you are family. You should know why you are putting me through. Even if my wife did this, just because of me, I'm not the one that have done it to you. So I just begging you, please. And this guy used this word. He said, I'm a society man. I'm from I don't pull or send it. I'm from that background, and I have this stuff wherein when I see something, I'm not supposed to go back.
All right, guys. So we're gonna stop the video here, and we're gonna come back to the part 2. If you are interested in this story, watch out for part 2, because that's where the juicy part comes in. And I'm sure you want to know more about what happened to Brother Amos. After his landlord came out to say you should move, 10 o'clock at night, you should move. And then he went on to say he is a society man. When he say a thing, he doesn't come back to his word. That means he doesn't change what he says. He must carry on what he says. So we're going to come back to part 2 of this video. If you're new to the channel, on here we talk most things about Liberia, because this is where we want to see development. If this is your vibe, please stick around, subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with your friends and your loved ones. Also click the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video. On this channel we upload video every day with the exception of Monday. So we're gonna see you in part 2. Love you guys. Stick around, subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Bye.